Jeez, don't tell me it's Halloween already. Well, if I'm chained up on Halloween, that can only mean one thing.
Ben's game time. I want to play a game.
Yep, we're gonna do a Saw parody for a Halloween special. Let me guess, you're gonna force me to play a terrible video game, right?
Silence. You will review the game I have picked out for you. Because if you don't, you will be stuck down here forever.
Fine, what am I reviewing?
Something from your past.
Yeah, no shit, that's what a review is?
I said be quiet. Your controller is next to you.
Super Nintendo. Well, I haven't played a SNES game yet, so sure, what am I playing? Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday. Well, okay then.
Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday starts with Porky Pig reading holiday brochures to plan his upcoming vacation. However, he starts to fall asleep and finds himself in a haunted holiday nightmare. You guys forget to add a comma here? Did you just write haunted twice accidentally? What's the deal here? The game hasn't even started yet and there's already a typo, so we're off to a great start. Besides this introduction, there isn't much story to the game. You just play through 6 levels to try to escape the nightmare. The game is your basic platforming adventure. You jump on platforms and enemies, much like any other platformer. The platforming is not bad and is fairly easy to control. What's odd though is that Porky keeps exhaling after every jump, like he's an asthmatic. Besides jumping, you can occasionally get a throwing item to toss at enemies. It's pretty useful when you can find it, but it is rare. The game also gives you the ability to move the camera around, which is very useful in avoiding leaps of faith and looking out for enemies. And that's really it for the controls, not much else to bring up. In terms of gameplay, it is also what you'd expect to see. You get 4 hits before death, and you can refill your health with hearts. You can also collect these cupcakes, which act like coins in Mario, in that 100 will give you an extra life. Also, levels contain some hidden areas which hold extra lives, health, and more cupcakes. Each level in the game is fairly different from the last, and since the game is pretty simple in terms of controls and gameplay, I'd say it's worth talking about how good each level is. The first level is a forest with bats, leprechauns, and walking cauldrons. You also have these wrecking balls that are pretty cool. You have to walk past them as they swing around, taking advantage of some 3D imagery. Speaking of 3D, this level also features a tree that you need to climb up and down. The platforms rotate around the tree, making for an awesome 3D visual effect. Level 1 also features this weird floating segment, which, to my knowledge, appears nowhere else in the game. The music in this level is eerie as hell. Take a listen. For some reason, it sounds like it's being reversed. Also, for some reason, Porky Pig looks pissed throughout the entire game when he's idle. The music in Porky's idle animations give off the vibe of a creepypasta game. In fact, this is the only game that specifically stars Porky Pig. So, could it be? I got a game from a flea market that starred Porky Pig. When I started the game, some reversed music was playing, and Porky Pig was pissed off for some reason. In the first level, there was a Daffy Duck jump scare, and he had sharp, pointy teeth and was evil. It was so hyper realistic that I had a cold sweat and died of a heart attack. As I died, the last thing I heard was Porky Pig saying, "That's all, folks," but in a demonic voice with bloody eyes. The level 1 boss is Booberry and is easy to defeat. Just jump on his head 5 times. Level 2 is an old western ghost town, complete with tumbleweeds, trains, and abandoned buildings. It's basically a straight walk to the right, but the level gets interesting when you get to the hotel. The hotel contains a maze of doors, and you have to try to find your way to the exit door. Luckily, the doors are numbered, so it's fairly hard to get lost in here. The level 2 boss is Yosemite Sam, and this boss is the most unique in the game. Instead of jumping on him, you need to reflect his bullets with this frying pan by jumping on this teeter-totter. Do this enough times and a large weight will fall on Sam. Level 3 is Atlantis, which begins with an auto-scrolling raft ride. The level really takes off when you enter the water, as the visuals are beautiful and the music is spectacular. If you didn't know that it came from this game, you'd swear it came from a rare game. Jumps underwater are a little more floaty, but aren't unmanageable. The underwater temple segment, however, is easy to get lost in. It's more of a maze than the hotel was, and you can end up walking in circles. The other annoying thing about this section is that you need to ride these bubbles up, but if you fall off, you need to backtrack all the way to the bubble spawner, as the bubbles don't automatically generate. The level 3 boss is a shark who is also very easy to beat. Level 4 is an abandoned mineshaft. The biggest obstacle is the multitude of boulder chases that take place in this level. The music in this level, strangely enough, is in the Hall of the Mountain King. I mean, Looney Tunes has a history of using classical music, but it's just a strange addition here. The level boss is Tweety, and again is an easy challenge.
I'm starting to see a trend here.
Level 5 is the Alps, featuring snowmen, icicles, and a cable car ride. After the cable car, the level does a full 180 and changes into a strange world. Apparently, this is a reference to a cartoon called Porky in Wacky Land, which released in 1938. The rest of the game contains other references to Looney Tunes cartoons, but most of them are from the 50s and 60s, making this the oldest reference. No kid in 1995 would understand these references, especially this one.
That'd be like if I referenced the carriage accident in 1868. That'd just be bizarre.
The visuals in this level are both creative and random. The Daffy jump scares are replaced with a horse head, and the platforms for them are these fried eggs. This level features another door maze, like the one in level 2, but the doors aren't marked, and you just kinda have to guess your way through. The boss of this level is a Yeti, and this is the easiest boss in the game. You can just stay in this spot and his attacks can't hit you, and if you time it right, you can get 2 hits in on one cycle. The last level in the game is the castle. The Daffy scares come back with fountains as the platforms for them. After the garden, you must traverse the inside of the castle. I experienced a little frame rate slowdown here, and this is the most challenging part of the game. This level features these TNT enemies that will dive bomb you randomly, which are the most annoying enemies in the game. The final boss is this robot that is being controlled by Daffy Duck. You can't damage the robot directly, you need to first jump on Daffy to stun him, which makes it possible to jump on the robot. However, you can infinitely jump on Daffy, making the robot not even a threat. The game ends with Porky Pig fully falling asleep, with pairs of eyes appearing around him, and that's it. No reveal as to if this is part of the nightmare or if the eyes were actually friendly. The game just ends. Disappointing. And that is Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday, and it's not a bad game. One thing I didn't mention is that the game features a dynamic weather system which changes whenever you start the game. Levels can be in different seasons and have different weather patterns like clear, rainy, or foggy. This is a really cool feature. However, most of the game is just okay. The platforming is your run of the mill experience and doesn't stray far from what is typically done with licensed titles. The game is very easy to complete, which is disappointing. There just isn't much to say about this game, as the game doesn't have all that much to offer. I give Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday 48 cupcakes out of 100.
Well, I've reviewed your game. Now, will you let me go?
Not so fast. First, you gotta guess who I am.
Really?
Yes. Now make your guess.
Well, you have a pig mask on, likely because of your game selection.
Yes.
And you're wearing all black.
Go on.
So I'm going to guess that you're Daffy Duck, because what even is this video anymore?
No, it's...
Me. Who are you? I'm BensGameTime. Who? I'm your evil counterpart, and I did all this because your channel is overshadowing mine. You've got to be kidding me. Are we really doing the evil clone storyline? What now? Are we going to have some over-the-top battle? Yes. You know what? Screw this. I'm just going to write you out of the script. You can't do that. Yes, I can. It's my video on my channel, and I have the script right here. Damn it! I guess he never saw that one coming.